هنبدأ إن شاء الله النهاردة lesson 3 and 4 unit 3. احنا كنا خدنا lesson 1 و 2 وهنكمل unit 3. أولا احنا لينا أهداف من الموضوع ده، إنه في ناس ما بتاخدش دروس خالص، فعادي ممكن يتابعوا معانا ويخلصوا ويذاكروا الملخصات. في ناس برضو في لغات ما الأو ليفل بالنسبة لهم سهل فبياخدوه معانا بسهولة، ممكن يخلص اليونت في حصة. كمان الهدف برضو من الشغل ان انتوا تشوفوا الشرح وتشوفوا الطريقة، لو حد حابب ينضم للمجموعات المدفوعة او يكون مجموعة ونشتغل معاه بشكل منتظم. بس دي اهدافنا يعني، فكل واحد بيبقى داخل عارف هو عايز ايه. اما بقى داخل يعمل مشاكل فسوري he will be kicked out. You know this word, kicked out? Okay, we were talking about our heroes. And we talked about some people who were heroes. I don't know why are you playing your cam. Anyone with cam, just stop your camera, please. Let's discuss the vocabulary. Charity, we took this word before. Charity. Countryside. وممكن نقول كمان the country. Countryside اللي هو الريف، وممكن أقول I live in the country يعني الريف، وكلمة country أيضا يعني دولة. Earthquake. Earthquake. When the ground shakes heavily, strongly, terribly. Healthy emergency. Healthy emergency. If you have any question anytime, just type it in the chat box. Family history. Family history. Great grandfather. Great grandmother اللي هو بقى الجد الرابع الخامس، أكبر جد في العيلة. Natural disaster. Volcanoes, earthquakes, hurricanes are natural disasters. Proud. I am proud. I'm proud of my father. I'm proud of my mother. Scary, frightening, serious. When you are serious, you are not kidding. مش هزار، جد. When something is serious, it's dangerous. The Red Crescent. The Red Crescent اللي هو the organization of the Red Crescent اللي هو الهلال الأحمر، اللي هم المسؤولين عن الأمبولانس والإسعاف في مصر. Blood. وفي حاجة اسمها blood donation يعني التبرع ب bone. breathe. طب لو شلت الإي تبقى breath. breathe breath نفس breath وتنطق ث، لكن breathe يتنفس ده verb وتنطق ذا. Yes, write your question حبيبة. Just write your question. Bone. Check your dictionary. If you find it in the dictionary like this, okay, send me the link. Bone, home, tone, the same. Burn, cut, function, وظيفة. Furniture, idea, infect. ولو عدوى تبقى infection. وشخص مصاب بالعدوى يبقى infected. infection. jewelry, mend, plant, pump. مضخة، وبرضو الفيرب يضخ pump. bone. brain, head, heart, lungs. Everybody has two lungs. These lungs are organs that help you to breathe. mouth, stomach. وممكن أقول stomach, your belly, المعدة. Okay. If you have any question, if something is not clear, just write your question in the chat box. المعاني طبعا مكتوبة، انت بتاخد مني النطق وشرح الكلمة لو فيها اي حاجة بقول لك عليها. These are extra or additional vocabulary. بالبيس. This is a city in شرقية governorate. Research. Okay. The word research نقول do ولا make? Do a research ولا make a research? Okay. Okay. Just write in the chat box. Do a research or make a research. مختلفين، في ناس بتقول make وناس بتقول do. Do a research or make a research. طبعا احنا بنقول do a research. Do research. Do the homework. Do the housework. Okay. Do a research يعني يقوم بعمل بحث. فدي طبعا لازم تكون حافظها لأنها في الترجمة هي do make بتترجمهم بالعربي يعمل أو يفعل أو يقوم به. فدو. daughter. My daughter. My son. sick equals ill. special. special زيها بالضبط كلمة social نفس النطق. هو محمد. I don't know. Stop your camera محمد please. Mr. Muhammad. I don't know Muhammad what. No, don't play your cam. We don't want to see your camera. Everybody please put off your cam. Ancient Egyptians. Ancient. fill. fill a form. يملى استمارة. tomato plant. tomato. tomato. It's okay to say tomato or tomato. We say do a project. Have a home. To have a house to live in. Live a healthy life. Live a long life. وفي كمان lead a healthy life. Play the piano. sew cuts. sew يعني يخيط قماش، يخيط جروح. طيب in the chat box write who sews cuts. Who sews our cats? Who sews our cats? Yes, a surgeon. But حبيبة, just the spelling is not okay. Surgeon, a doctor. Okay, a doctor, a surgeon. Charity, start a charity يعني يبدأ في عمل مؤسسة خيرية. وcharity كناون يعني الإحسان أو البر. Do a project وقلنا do a research. Pleased with good marks. I passed أو passed with good marks. A doctor, yes, sure. A cut on, cut into pieces اللي هي بتساوي turn into pieces. Take in air. Take in air. Take in air يعني to do what? Take in air. Taking in air and taking out air means what? Means to verb قلناه من شوية. To do what? Yes, to breathe. And these are the verbs. Give, gave, given. Pay, paid, paid. Fall, fell, fallen. What's the difference between yes, to breathe انا يا عبد الله اتس اوكي، بس انا التسجيل هيكون موجود وممكن تصح لنفسك، لانه ما ينفعش كلنا نقرا، هنضيع الوقت ومش هنستفيد. فموضوع القرايه سهل يعني، بسيط، لكن مش هقدر انا اخلي كل الناس تقرا الكلمات. ممكن اخليك تقرا باسج واصحح لك، انما الكلمات. ايه الفرق بين stopped اللي بعدها verb plus ing وstopped اللي بعدها to زائد المصدر؟ stopped verb plus ing معناها توقف عن عمل شيء. يعني لو قلت مثلا he stopped smoking، stopped smoking يعني بطل تدخين. لكن he stopped to smoke يعني مثلا كان راكب عربية وبعدين وقف علشان يدخن، يبقى stop to do something. لكن stop verb plus ing stop doing something، يبطل يعمله خالص. breathe قلناها الفرق بين breath و breathe، ولاحظوا الفرق في النطق breath breathe. I can't breathe، I can't take my breath. في two verbs لو عايز تعرفهم exhale و inhale. to take عملية الشهيق اللي هو تاخد النفس لجوه اسمها inhale، تطلع النفس لبره اسمها exhale. عندنا في used to if you want to talk about habits in the past، استخدم كلمة used to وهي في الماضي بس بيجي بعدها مصدر. When I was young I used to live in. Yes سلمى thank you. there used to be كان يوجد، اللي هي أصلا كانت there is أو there are، فحطيت used فبقت there used to be. المصدر من am و is و are هو be. I used to. طب لو عايز انفيها اقول there didn't use to be كذا. there used to be a hospital in my town. طب قفلوها there didn't used to be a hospital in my town مثلا، ما كانش موجودة اصلا. طيب عندنا في passage about habits in the past. What did you used to do in the past? What did you used to do in the past? If you want to read this passage, just raise your hand. Raise your hand if you want to read. طيب أنا عندي بس مشكلة مش عارف أعرض السبيكرز ولا البارتيسيبنتس. طيب لو طلعت ودخلت تاني ندخل على طول، يعني ممكن أطلع وأدخل مرة تانية. لو طلعت ندخل على طول عادي حتى، بس أنا هحاول ما أخرجش خالص يعني. عايز أعرض بس الناس عشان يقرأهم بس. unfortunately في حاجة النهاردة في النت. لو طلعت ندخل تاني.
أقرأ يا مستر.
Hello حبيبة, read please. What you used or didn't use to do when you were young.
That was so long ago. I don't remember. I used to spend time by myself. I didn't used to go out a lot. I used to do a lot of things. When I was young, I used to get up early and leave the house and go however I want to go on my bike. When I got home from school, I used to do my homework, then go out and play with all the other kids. I didn't used to help my mom with cooking. We used to live in a village when I was a kid. There didn't used to be a supermarket there. In summers we used to run to get ice cream. I used to go swimming every Thursday when I was young. We used to go to the same beach every summer.
اوكي. طيب احنا في عندنا used اللي هي يستخدم, دي بتنطق used, لكن use to بتنطق كأنها تي. used to. اوكي, يعني حتى مش ده. used to يعني اقول I used to, يعني اعتدت ان افعل كذا. When you were young, what did you used to do? Give me 2 sentences if you want to answer. Raise your hand if you want to answer, because some people are raising their hands and they don't answer. Lower your hand if you don't want to answer. Yusuf. Hello, Yusuf.
Hello?
What did you used to do when you were young? What did you used to do when you were young?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, the question
Can I
is,
make record?
what did you used to do when you were young? If you don't have an answer, say, I don't know. I will not answer this question. Just keep silent. ناخد روان. Hello.
Hello.
Rowan, can you answer this question?
Yes.
What did you used to do when you were young?
I used to do when I was young. I used to go to school, and I have to be and I have
I
to
used,
have to get up early,
I used to get up early, yes.
and I have to go to the school by bus.
Used to بمعنى اعتاد أن. I used to go by bus. Good. Okay, let's take طارق.
Hello?
What did you used to do when you were young?
I used to go swimming every Thursday.
Good.
I used to go to the same beach every summer.
Nice. Okay, thank you, Tariq. Let's take Muhammad Usama.
Hello.
Hello, Muhammad. What did you used to do when you were young?
I used to watch a cartoon.
No, do. Just take out the verb do and use the verb. I used to watch cartoons. Okay. What else?
And I used to play small toys.
Play with toys. Yes, that's when you were a child. Okay. What else? Do you have any other habits you want to talk about?
No.
Thank you, Muhammad. Let's take Malak.
Yes, teacher. How can I help you?
No, you are not going to help me. Just answer the question.
Okay.
What did you used to do when you were young?
I used to help my mom.
But now you don't.
لا برضه كانت لك بساعد مام.
Okay. So when you use used to, this means you stopped doing this habit. You see?
Okay.
So if you use used to, that means you stopped doing that. It was an old habit.
Okay.
So the question again, what did you used to do when you were young?
I used to help my mom.
But now you still help your mom. So it's
Yes.
you don't you can't use used to in this.
Okay.
When you were 7 years old, you can say I used to play with toys, as our friend Muhammad says. So now you don't play with toys. You don't do that anymore. You stopped doing that. Okay, Malak?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. If you answer, just lower your hand. Let's move to another thing. We have a listening text. Why do you think it's important to know about your family history? Every family has a history. So your great grandfather, your grandmother, your uncle, everyone in your family, maybe there were great people in your family. So we can learn about others. If you raise your hand and I asked you to speak, please speak quickly. Who can read? Who can read? Let's take Asil. I see. Asil, yes.
Yeah. I don't used to know very much about my family history. Then last week I did a school project about someone in my family. So I did some research and I found out some really interesting things about my great grandfather. I knew he used to be a doctor, but I didn't know he worked for a charity. My great grandfather used to live in the countryside and he worked as a volunteer doctor for the Red Crescent. When there was a natural disaster or health emergency, for example, when there was an earthquake, my great grandfather what? Sorry, wait 1 minute. I can't see after grandfathers, but yeah. My grandfather went to help. The work was difficult and sometimes scary. He also used to what? To
Maybe you are using a mobile phone.
yeah,
That's it.
thank you. He also
Okay.
used to look after people who didn't have much money. I feel very proud of him.
Thank you, Asil. Let's take Abdullah. Abdullah Al-Amir.
I
Hello,
I
Abdullah.
didn't
Can you read
use
aloud?
yes. I didn't used to know very much about my family history. Then last week I did a school project about someone in my family. So I did some research and I found out some really interesting things about my great grandfather. I I know
I knew.
I knew he used to be a doctor, but didn't know he worked for a charity. My great grandfather used to live in the countryside, and he worked as a volunteer doctor for the Red
Crescent.
for the Red Crescent. When there was a natural
Disaster.
disaster or a health emergency, for example, when there was an
Earthquake.
earthquake, my grandfather went to help. The work was difficult, and
Sometimes.
sometimes scary.
Scary.
Scary. He also used to look after people who didn't have much money. I felt very proud of him.
Thank you. Thank you عبد الله. بس there is some noise in your voice. في عندك شوية دوشة كده، ممكن مروحة أو شيء شغال. طيب, the question is, can you tell me something about someone who you think is a great person in your family? Just raise your hand. If you know the answer, just raise your hand. People who were raising their hands to read, lower your hand. Now, if you want to answer this question, raise your hand. Tell me about a famous person or a great person in your family. Your uncle, your grandfather, your grandmother, anyone. If you want to answer, raise your hand. I want to see new faces. If you don't want to talk, please use the chat box. You can write in the chat box. اوكي، اي حد عايز يطلع ويدخل عادي، لانه انا مش عامل غرفة انتظار، يعني اي حد بيدخل مع اللينك بيدخل على طول. Okay, who can tell me about his grandfather, his grandmother, anyone you think he is a great person in your family? Okay, روان.
Hello,
Hello, روان. Yes.
my grandpa.
Your grandpa. Yes. What was his job? Tell us about him.
He is a buyer.
What was his job? What was his job? Pilot? What did you say? We lost Sarawan, I think. Let's take Muhammad Usama. Hello, Muhammad.
Hello, Mister.
Yes, raise your hand if you want to answer. Raise your hand. Yes, Muhammad. Could you tell us about your grandfather? Anyone who you think is a great person in your family?
My grandfather is Shafshak, is businessman.
He was a businessman. Okay. What great things do you think he's done in his life?
He was some many thing great ideas for for his country.
Like what? Do you have any examples about that?
He pay many. He work in the water
Water industry, you mean?
yes, water industry for the country is don't have a water, and he gives it the good food and many good works.
Mhm. So he donated for poor people to save water, to save food. Okay, I think this is very great about your grandfather. Thank you, Muhammad.
You're welcome.
Let's take, just raise your hand. Habiba. Hello.
Hello.
What's great about any person in your family?
My mother.
Your mom, yes. What did she do?
She always helped me, and when I become ill, she take care of me. She look after me until she take care of me and let me eat healthy food. She doesn't let me eat unhealthy food to not be ill, and she helps all the house.
Mhm. But this is normal. I think every mother does that. You think this is abnormal or strange about your mom?
No.
Okay, I want things like giving poor people, like doing something great for the country. Um,
Okay, my
okay,
grandfather.
yes, what did he do?
He built a hospital for poor people and give
He
food
built
for the
a
poor people.
hospital. Very
Yes.
good. That's good. That's very good. Your grandfather is a charitable man. He's a man of charity. He built a hospital for poor people. Yes, that's
Yes,
great. Thank you.
and give food.
Let's take Rowan. I think Rowan talked about that or no? Hello, do you have something to add? Okay, let's move. So sometimes you have people who are great. Take Salma. Hello, let's take Salma.
Yes, teacher.
Would you tell us about great people in your family?
My mom.
Your mom? What did she do?
Yes. Because she always cares about me, and she is always brushed with me, and here food is delicious, very delicious.
Salma, did you get my idea? My idea is not like doing your housework, helping you. I want something special, something abnormal, something great. So when your grandfather do a project to help people build a hospital, you know this?
Yes.
Yes, I don't talk about normal works, normal jobs that every mother do. Do you have an
Yes.
example like that? Okay, thank you. Let's move to the coming part. Here is a man who is a source of pride to everyone in Egypt and in many countries in the Arab world. They think he is. If Majdi Yaqub is a relative of yours, you should be proud because he did something great. Saif, hello, Saif. I just want you to forgive me because I cannot let everyone read. Saif, hello. Hello, Saif. You are alive. Can you talk? Can you read this? Okay, let's take Tariq. Saif is not focused. Tariq, hello.
Hello.
Can you read this passage about Dr. Magdi Yaqub?
Okay. We should all be proud of Magdi Yaqub. He was born in 1935 in Bilbis, but the family used to travel to many places because his father was an important doctor. Magdi also became a doctor before he stopped working in 2001. He used to work in a special hospital in London. At his hospital, Magdi used to help to give people new hearts
Hearts.
for hearts for the first time before the 1980. What is this? Mister? What is this?
He started which one? I missed this. Charity?
No.
Which line? This one, this one, this one?
No. First. Yes.
1980s?
Yeah.
Yes, 1980s. 2001. بعد 2009 نقول 2010 2011 لحد 2020. في فرق طبعا بين 1980 و 1980s. 1980s يقصد الفترة كلها من 1980 ل 1990. دي كلها الفترة دي 10 سنين 1980s. Okay?
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
1980s people with heart problems often used to die. In 2009, Magdi Yaqub started a charity for ill children in Aswan. Very ill children didn't used to live long lives, but many ill children can now live healthy lives.
Okay, many. You said many, I don't know. Many ill children. The word achievement إنجازات. Achieve يحقق. What are the achievements of Dr. Magdi Yaqub from the passage? What do you think the achievements of Magdi Yaqub are? If you want to answer this question, raise your hand. This question, okay? Hello? This question, what achievements did Dr. Magdi Yaqub do? If you want to write in the chat box, okay. Asil.
Dr. Magdi Yaqub used to help to give people new hearts for the first time and also help people with heart problems, often used to die.
Yes, and he built a big hospital in Aswan for children. This is biggest achievement. Okay. ملك بس تروح للجروب وتاخد اللينك لانه انا مش عامل ويتنج روم يا حبيبه. انا مش عامل ليه ويتنج روم، يعني اي حد معاه اللينك بيدخل على طول، فما باذنش لحد اصلا. اوكي، فانا ما عنديش مشكله هنا، هي تروح للجروب بس وتدخل مره ثانيه. Okay, now we have another reading about ancient Egyptian doctors. Ancient Egyptians were great doctors and engineers and architects. They did everything. They had a great civilization. بريب 1 بعد كده، بريب 1 ان شاء الله من 4:15. بريب 1 من 4:15. فاي حد يدخل بريب 1 ممكن يستنى او يستنى بقى ل 4:15. ولو انا مش شايف الشات ممكن نرد، هفتح لكم الشات تردوا على اي حد يدخل من بريب 1. Okay, let me take another one to read. عايز حد not language school، يعني خلينا ننوع كده. حد، عشان كده كنت بقول يا جماعه كله يكتب يا language يا Arabic عشان ما اخدش كل بتوع اللانجوج، يعني لانه I know the language school students are very fluent in English, so I want to help others to do that. أحمد القصراوي, I think you are language school. طارق, Arabic, okay. Let's take Tariq again. Write beside your name if you are Arabic or language school. طارق.
Hello.
Can you read ancient Egyptian doctors?
Okay. Ancient Egyptian doctors. We know how ancient Egyptian doctors helped the patents because they wrote down their ideas thousands of years ago.
Okay, thank you. Let's take another one. طبعا يا شباب في الريدنج دايما الريدنج من اهم الحاجات طبعا in any test سواء لانجوج او عام او حتى تويفل او ايلتس او اي امتحان هتعدي عليه او سات. الناس اللي ناويه تاخد السات يعني الريدنج ده حاجه مهمه جدا، مهم جدا يكون عندك فوكابلري كويس جدا، مهم جدا ان انت تقدر تاخد الفكره الرئيسيه للقطعه، تعرف الحتت اللي فيها اسئله. فالريدنج مهم جدا. طيب مهاره الريدنج بتجيبها منين؟ من القراءة قطع بس يكون عليها أسئلة. اوكي، فمش بس قطع عادية كده فور فن، لا قطع عليها أسئلة. وإن شاء الله في الجروب ممكن أديكم موقع عليه قطع ريدنج كتير جدا نتدرب عليه. ناخد روان. Hello, complete the body or the body. الاثنين صح. Ancient Egyptians روان.
Okay, ancient Egyptian doctors understood that the heart pumps blood around the body. However, they used to think that the heart also pumps air to our lungs. They were also the first people to understand some of the things the brain did, but they did not know how important it was.
So they knew the functions of some organs like the lungs, like the heart, but they don't know how important they were or what the importance was. Thank you. Let's take Salma, I think, raising your hand. Okay, Salma, ways to help.
Yes, mister. Doctors used to use plants to help people with burns and stop infections. We will use some of these plants today. They also knew how to mend broken bones and sew cuts, but they didn't use to know everything. For example, they used to think that animals' eye help people who could not see.
اوكي. الصف اللي شغال سكند، احنا قلنا ان شاء الله اولى 3 4 وربع، او في مصر بقى كم؟ 3 وربع. اوكي. The Egyptian doctors help sick people. طيب in many ways they sew cuts and they gave remedies. They use herbs. دايما احنا بنسمي الاعشاب او النباتات اللي بنستخدمها في الاعشاب herbs. حتى البهارات والحاجات دي بيسموها برضو herbs. النباتات العشبية او اللي بنستخدمها سواء في التوابل او الطب بنسميها herbs. Yes, we still have time. Okay. If you want to answer, just raise your hand. If you want to answer in the chat box, write your answer in the chat box. And I will make the chat box private so no one will see your answer عشان ما حدش يغش الإجابة يعني. طيب اللي هيجاوب زي ما احنا عارفين يعني الناس اللي معانا بيدخلوا على طول، إذا جاوبت خلاص هتنزل إيدك. أوكي؟ طب يا مستر الكلمات جديدة، معلش احنا هنحاول يعني. أوكي؟ فأنت لو أنت مش عايز تشارك اكتب إجابتك في الشات بوكس. لو معاك الملخص شوف الكلمات وشوف التدريبات على الشاشة. فأنت ممكن تستفيد in any way as you like to do. ناخد سلمى. Hello سلمى number 1. سلمى.
Yes, mister.
Yes. Yes, where are you? Number 1.
An earthquake is a natural dash that causes lots of terrible things. Natural disaster.
Disaster. ده كارثة طبيعية. An earthquake is a natural disaster. If you finish lower your hand. على طول تنزل ايدينا، اللي يخلص ينزل ايده. ناخد طارق.
Hello. Use the door only when there is an emergency.
emergency. طب هو بيكتب لك او ان ليه؟ علشان ما يرشدكش للاجابه. يعني اذا كانت concert او ريفيو او wedding تبقى طب اذا كانت emergency تبقى هو ما يقدرش يديك واحده عشان ما يرشدكش للاجابه. emergency طبعا يعني امر طارئ. طارئ. واحنا عندنا طارق برضه نفس الشيء، يعني طارق وطارق. Thank you. lower your hand. أسيل.
My cousin had an accident, but his cuts aren't serious. He'll be okay soon.
His cuts aren't? What's your answer? Serious. I think you said serious, but a bit slow, please. أحمد القصراوي. أحمد سكن or ملك. raise your hand again ملك and أحمد. Sorry for that. محمد أسامة. Hello محمد. Number 4. طيب ناخد حبيبة. حبيبة.
All Egyptians are of Muhammad Salah, the best player in the world.
Proud. حبيبة, what's the noun from proud?
I don't know.
Pride. Thank you حبيبة. Lower your hand. Let's take Rawan. Number 5.
Can you tell me the dash of the brain, the job?
Job or
Function. Sorry, function.
function, yes. To talk about organs of the body or the heart or the brain, you say function.
Yeah.
Okay. Function is more appropriate. Let's take Salma.
Yes.
Next.
Okay. Use Charlotte to drink bloated.
Where are you? No. This one, number 6. The heart.
Okay. The heart helps the body to have fluid. Mister.
Yes.
تبقى دي blood.
The heart helps the body to have blood. Yes. And the heart's main function is to pump blood all over the body. Lower your hand. If you finish, lower your hand. Malak.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, number 7.
Number 7, women usually wear be Mr. Teacher, be jewelry.
Women usually wear, which is made of gold.
Be jewelry.
Jewelry. Yes. Thank you. Malak answered or no? Malak, yes. Malak خلاص. أحمد القصراوي, number 8.
Okay. Number 8, you shouldn't drink polluted water to be safe from infections.
اوكي عندي بس تعليق على polluted pollution. don't say polluted, no, polluted, pollution. thank you. ناخد I think now everyone has. okay سلمى no سلمى's done. Let's take something else. We discussed used to. قلنا used to expresses habits in the past ودايما هي past ولو حبيت فيها تستخدم didn't used to didn't used to used to didn't use to. ولو عايز تعمل سؤال تبدأ بديد كأنها past simple بالضبط ولكن بعد past بعد used to بيجي الانفينيتيف. Did she used to live in Cairo? Yes she did أو no she didn't. When you were 6 did you used to do a different hobby? Yes I did أو no I did. لو عايز تعمل سؤال where did you used to live؟ طبعا الفرق بين where did you live where did you used to live انه خلاص ما بقاش يعمل الحاجه دي دلوقتي يبقى used to، انما لو لسه بيعملها يبقى تستخدم الماضي البسيط بس. ممكن بقى احنا ان شاء الله نخلص كل الحاجات اللي عندنا في الملخص، سواء انت عندك جيم، معاصر، بت، العمالقه، جينيوس، اي حاجه عندك خلصها، خلص التدريبات اللي عليها كلها، ونكمل ان شاء الله next week اخر درس عندنا في